I used to teach group piano lessons, and I would go to rec centers or churches or colleges, and people would sign up to come to my one-day piano seminar. It was called Keys to the Keyboard, Any Song in Any Key. And one of the first things that I would ask the class, sometimes I'd have as many as 20, 30 people there, all getting ready to learn about playing the keyboard. I would ask them, how many of you took piano lessons at some point? And you'd be amazed how many folks would raise their hand and say, yeah, I took piano lessons. And then I would ask, how many of you are still taking piano lessons? And no hands would go up. So the next question would be, why did you quit? A lot of times the answer was, it was boring, it was frustrating, I had to play music that I didn't like, and I found out that I just didn't have any talent. All kinds of different reasons as to why they quit taking piano lessons. And then I would ask, how many of you regret quitting your music lessons? And again, many hands in the room would go up and say, boy, I wish I'd have kept up with it. Now, the kind of music lessons that I'm offering here in the Music Basics series, which I hope you are taking and using with your students, this is designed to enable your students to learn keyboard, but to learn it in a non-frustrating, non-boring way. For example, instead of playing little pieces that you assign to them, you can come to them when they've learned some of the basics and say, what song do you want to play? Maybe there's something in the hymnal you want to play, or a worship song we've been doing at church that you would like to learn how to play. The method that I'm teaching will enable them to do that. It will enable you to show them how to play any song that they want, also in any key that they want. Now, admittedly, this is going to take time, but it's something that can be done, and I think you have a better chance of your students not getting bored with it and quitting. This is a different method, but it's not a shortcut. It's just a different way in, if you like, another door that you can go through to learn about playing an instrument. And I'll have more to say about the joy that is to be found in learning to play an instrument. It could be keyboard, it could be guitar or ukulele or a horn or anything that they want. Of course, I still encourage everybody to start with a basic knowledge of the piano. I keep saying piano because that's what I'm used to. This is not a piano, of course. It's a keyboard. Still a good one. Now, here's the thing. Once they've got the basics down, once they've learned about chords and so on, and they've learned about how to read notes just on the treble clef, well, you can go on to traditional lessons. Then they can learn more about the bass clef and about piano music, and they'll have that foundation to start with. They'll have a head start. And some of your students may never want to take traditional piano lessons, and that's okay. They can use the knowledge that they're gaining through this series and the ones that will follow to enable them to enjoy music not just as a listener, but also as a participant. Maybe they'll end up playing in a worship band, or they'll form their own band someday, or maybe they'll learn how to write a song using what they've learned in the Music Basics series. Just remember that what you're doing is laying a musical foundation, and one that I think they will greatly benefit from, not just during the time that you're showing it to them, not during the time that they're absorbing all the concepts, but it'll be something that they can take with them throughout their entire life. They can learn to truly appreciate music, truly appreciate how the great composers came up with these amazing compositions, how the great songwriters came up with these amazing songs that everybody knows and loves to sing. They'll learn all these things during their studies with you. So that's my word of encouragement for you today. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down in the comment section below. And you can also contact me at the At Home with Music site. You can sign up for the mailing list, get our newsletter, and find out what we've got coming up on At Home with Music.